ranking the best safeties in Madden 25. And we are back here with another tier list update. Today, we're going to be taking our first look at safety. Before we get into today's video, I do want to talk about our sponsor real quick, MMOEXP.com. If you guys want an alternative to buying packs, consider buying coins at MMOEXP and make sure to use code DILL at checkout for 5% off your order. And we're going to start off with 80 overall core elites. The first one we got is Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, 5'11", 80 speed, 81 acceleration. Doesn't really have great man or zone, like doesn't hit 80 for either. And for that reason, Xavier Woods is going to start off our F tier. Now after that, we get Justin Reed. Justin Reed has 82 speed, 82 acceleration. He is 6'1" and also 80 zone coverage. And this card also has the play ball and air balance. I don't mind Justin Reed. I feel like Justin Reed is somewhat solid. I'm going to place him more along the lines of like a D tier player now, but for a little while, I think he was like C and like a really good like option for a budget. Still is a decent option for a budget. After that, we get Julian Love though. Julian Love is 5'11" with 82 speed. The speed isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's the fact that he doesn't hit 80 for zone coverage. That's why I like Justin Reed more, and also Justin Reed is taller. I think Julian Love has to be a tier below Justin Reed, so I'm going to place him in the F tier. This time though, we get Malik Hooker, who is 6'2", 82 speed, 81 acceleration, and again 81 zone. Overall, this is pretty solid stats for Malik Hooker. Also has that play ball and air aggressive, so this is a card that I have very similar thoughts to him and Justin Reed. Gonna place them both D. After that, we get CJ Gardner-Johnson with 81 speed, 82 acceleration. He is 5'11", so a little bit shorter, but does have that 80 zone coverage. Also play ball and air aggressive as well. CJ Gardner-Johnson right in between tiers. I'm gonna place him in the F tier though, because of the fact that he's a little bit shorter and also not on the same speed level as Malik Hooker and Justin Reed, but it is close. We get Kyle Duggar this time, that is 6'2", 81 speed, 80 acceleration, but the reason why I'm low on him, doesn't hit 80 for man or zone. So for me, Kyle Duggar is going to be in this F tier. This time we get Brian Branch. Brian Branch is 6 foot, 83 speed, 82 acceleration. He does have 79 zone coverage, and this time play ball and air balance. With the strategy item in the game, you could get him up to 80. If you can get this card up to 80 zone coverage, I would place him C, but base card, I'm going to place him in the D tier. We also get Russ Yeast this time. That's 5'10", 80 speed, 80 zone coverage. And Russ Yeast is pretty similar to CJ Gardner-Johnson. Again, I like the fact that he hits 80 zone, just like these guys a little bit better. And then after that though, we go on a run of Ken Houston cards. The first one we got right here is the 80 overall with 82 speed, 83 acceleration. He is 6'3". He's kind of similar to Brian Branch, just a little bit better because he's taller. Doesn't hit 80 for man or zone, and also has play ball and air balance. But this Ken Houston, the 80 overall for me, is going to be D tier. And since we're here, we're just going to cover Ken Houston all at one time. And this Ken Houston has 83 speed, 84 acceleration. This time does hit that 80 level of zone coverage. Not a bad little budget card by any means, going for around 60K. This is going to be someone that I think is on the C tier level. And finally, we get the full 85 overall Ken Houston. At this time, 85 speed, 86 excel, and you could get the zone coverage up to 85, which is a pretty major threshold hit in the game. And I think this Ken Houston, for a little while, he was S tier for me. I'm going to place him more along the lines like an A tier player. This A tier is going to be absolutely loaded. There's going to be only a couple cards in S. Now we go up to the 81 overalls. The first one we got is Marcus Williams. Marcus Williams, 6'1", 81 speed, 80 acceleration, and 81 zone. For me, Marcus Williams is literally just by CJ Gardner-Johnson again. Can maybe see them both in the D tier, but I'm going to lean F. We get Jimmy Ward this time, and Jimmy Ward's kind of crazy. He has 83 speed, 82 acceleration, 5'11" with 82 zone. This again is a really great budget option. He's going for like 12K, which I feel like he completely outplays that. For me, Jimmy Ward is also going to be on the C tier level. Maybe you could see him B. We get new Dolphins great Jordan Poyer. Jordan Poyer, 80 speed with 81 zone coverage, and he's 6 foot. Again, I feel like the speed is just lacking a little bit too much at this point. He's going to be an F tier card for me. We also get 81 overall Jabril Peppers with 81 speed, 82 acceleration, and 5'11", 80 zone. This is another card that's very similar to Marcus Williams and CJ Gardner-Johnson. And right after that, we get Xavier McKinney with 80 speed, 81 acceleration. This time, 83 zone coverage. With some strategy items in the game, you could potentially get him up to 85, which if you can get this card up to 85 zone, he for sure is like a D tier caliber player for me. Really, you just got to worry about the speed. Base card though, which is what we're ranking it on, I'm going to place him F, but this card does have potential because you could get that zone up a little bit higher. And we get Quandre Diggs right after that with 81 speed, 81 acceleration. He's 5'9" with 81 zone as well. And again, he's kind of in that big group with Marcus Williams, Jabril, and CJ. And then after that, we'll talk about Earl Thomas. Earl Thomas is 81 overall, has 84 speed, 85 acceleration, doesn't hit any thresholds for man or zone. You could get the zone up to 80, which if you can get the zone up to 80, in my opinion, this would be a B tier caliber player. But I think he's just like a little bit better than this Brian Branch, so I'm going to place this one C. Then we also get the 83-year-old Thomas that has 85 speed, 86 acceleration, 5'10". This time doesn't hit that 85 level of zone, but does hit 80 zone. And he does have play ball and air aggressive aggressive too. I think this Earl Thomas is a perfect representation of what I think the B tier is. And now we get full 86 overall Earl Thomas with 86 speed, 87 acceleration, 5'10". This time does hit that 85 level of zone. Like, this card is an absolute beast. We are going to have a lot of cards in the A tier. I'm going to place Earl Thomas A. I think the S tier will make sense once we get to it. Then we bump up the overall to 82. We get Harrison Smith. Harrison Smith has 79 speed, which I like the height. I like the zone. It's just, this is just too low at this point. The speed is just simply too low. I have to place Harrison Smith in the F tier. We also get Tyrann Mathieu. That's 81 speed, 82 acceleration. This time does hit 80 for man and zone, and he's 5'9". The fact that he hits 80 for both man and zone, I will slightly place Tyrann in this D tier. Now after that, we get Derwin James. Derwin James has 83 speed, 83 acceleration. He is 6'2", so really solid height, 80 zone coverage, and also play ball and air aggressive with the big hitter trait on yes. I like Derwin's card, and I may be slightly overrating him, but I'm going to place him in the B tier over these C tier guys. And right after that, we get Jevon Holland with 84 speed, 83 acceleration, this time 82 zone coverage. And he's also 6'1" and also play ball and air aggressive. I think this Holland card plays really, really well. For me, he's another great representation of what I think the B tier is. After that, we get some team builders. We get Juan Thornhill. Juan Thornhill has 85 speed, 85 acceleration, which this is nice, but he doesn't have any coverage. Easily, actually, rather use everyone in B over him. Because of his coverage stats being so low, I'm going to place him on the C tier level. We also get Taylor Rapp right here, 83 speed, 85 acceleration, 81 zone coverage this time. I'm going to place Taylor Rapp also in this C tier. After that, we get Jalen Mills, 83 speed, 84 acceleration, 82 zone coverage. I think Jalen Mills is another card that belongs in the C tier. And for our last team builder right here, we have Ronnie Harrison. That's 84 speed, 85 acceleration. He is 6'3" with 82 zone. And I really like the height on this card, but Ronnie Harrison is going to be a top and a B tier player for me. Doesn't quite make A. After that, though, we get Von Bell with 82 speed, 81 acceleration. He's 5'11" with 81 zone. And he does have play ball and air balance this time. Von Bell for me is going to be someone that is in this D tier. Now we get Antoine Winfield. That's 5'9", 83 speed, 83 acceleration. Does have 83 zone. Again, the height does worry me a little bit, but he does have play ball and air aggressive with the big hitter trait. I don't mind Antoine Winfield's card. I'm going to slightly place him in the C tier. Now after that, we get Hufanga right here. He's 6 foot height, 80 speed, 81 acceleration. To me, this card is just like Xavier McKinney, where it's like, okay, if you get the zone up, he's higher. Like, if you can get these two cards to 85 zone, they belong at least D, maybe even C. And now after that, we get Minka Fitzpatrick. Minka, 84 speed, 85 acceleration. This time, 83 zone coverage, 6'1" height, and play ball and air aggressive. For me, Minka is going to go ahead and join this loaded B tier. Going to place him B. We also get Buda Baker this time. That's 82 speed, 84 acceleration. This time, he's 5'10", does have 81 zone coverage, and also play ball and air aggressive, big hitter trait on yes as well. I like this Buda Baker card. I thought about putting him C, but I think he's more along the lines of like a D tier caliber player for this list. And now we get Jabril Peppers. That starts out at a 79, and you can get him up to an 83 from the Season of Boom promo potential free card. He has 84 speed, 85 acceleration, and he's also 80 zone coverage. I think this Jabril Peppers is really, really solid. Again, this is going to be another B tier caliber safety for me. We also get potential pre-order card right here, Tyrann Mathieu. That's 5'9", 82 speed, 83 acceleration, 82 man, 81 zone. I like the balance of man and zone, but this card is literally just like one speed faster than his previous card, which honestly I don't think puts him on a whole nother tier. I'm also placing this card in the D tier. Like, he's slightly better than this one, but again, I think I don't mind them being on the same level. And then we get 83 overall Jeremy Chin, 86 speed, 86 acceleration. He is 6'3", does hit that 80 level of zone coverage, and also does have play ball and air aggressive. Jeremy Chin is kind of in a weird spot though, because he is for sure better than everyone in B. I'm gonna slightly place him on this A tier level. Man, is it like he's more like B plus than anything. Like, he's gonna be bottom end of A for me. Definitely one of the best budget cards on this list. And after that, we get Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton, 82 speed, 82 acceleration. This time he is 6'4" though, so has the height, and also 84 zone and play ball and air aggressive, big hitter trait on yes as well. For me, Kyle Hamilton with this strategy card that pluses 1 zone, I'd put him B. Base card, place him in the C tier. And then right after that, we get Jordan Battle. Jordan Battle, 6'1", 83 speed, 85 acceleration with 84 zone. For me, this Jordan Battle is going to be, I'm going to place this Jordan Battle on the B tier level though. And for our last 84 right here, we get Jesse Bates. That's 83 speed, 85 zone coverage, 6'1" height as well. I like the fact that this card base hits 85 zone, and I'm also going to place Jesse Bates in this B tier. Now we bumped the overall up to 85, and we got Melifonwu with 85 speed, 87 acceleration. He's 6'3", 86 zone coverage as well. Not really too great in a man-based defense, but I love the way this card plays in zone. And again, he's 6'3" with that 85 zone. And I can see a world where basically all these cards are still considered S tier, but I'm also going to place Melifonwu in this A tier. And we got Cam Chancellor. Cam Chancellor, 6'3", 85 speed, 84 acceleration, 83 zone that you could potentially get up to 85, 87 hit power as well. This is a card that does have really good in the box stats, so he could be a user, he could be a sub linebacker, and also play ball and air balance, big hitter trade on, yes, of course, because it's Cam Chancellor. But Cam Chancellor for me, another card that's going to be on this A tier level. We have Jalen Petrie, 85 speed, 86 acceleration, 5'11", great zone coverage, and he can also play a little bit of man as well. I feel like Jalen Petrie is severely underrated, but this is going to be another card that, again, A tier for me. And now we get Tyler Nubin. Tyler Nubin is 6'2", 84 speed, 87 acceleration. This time does hit that 85 level of zone with 81 man, and he does get all 32 team chems. I think this base Tyler Nubin card, no theme team B tier, on a theme team A tier. So, I mean, 2020 theme teams are so easy to get. So I feel like the all 32 team chem players, I might as well just consider them on a theme team. So I'm going to place Tyler Nubin in the A tier. For a little while this video, you might have been like, damn, why wasn't this person S tier? Well, we got a new S tier safety with Paul Krause dropping. So Paul Krause, 6'3" height, has crazy height, 87 speed, hits the 85 tier zone coverage, has 80 man coverage. But this is also a card that gets pre-lit X Factor knockout abilities like deep zone knockout. Paul Krause, when we combine everything, I feel like he just is the new S tier of obtainable safeties. So place in Paul Krause, solo in the S tier. And I kind of debated on even covering this card, but 89 Ed Reed, he's in the catalog. We can see him. We get him on October 1st. So it's like a month. It's basically a month away. Yeah, I mean, Ed Reed, he's 5'11", 90 speed, 90 zone coverage, gets all 32 team chems, and you get this card by finishing top 100 in ranked. This card will also get knockout abilities like mid zone knockout. So Ed Reed, he obviously is S tier. It's just like by October, 1, will he be worth his price? 2, will he still be S tier? Who knows? We got a month away. Probably will be. If I had to guess, I think he would be. And we actually have an additional safety right here. We're getting LTD Justin Simmons. My apologies for this being at the end of the video, but it literally got revealed as I finished recording. And we got Justin Simmons, who is 6'2", 86 speed, new Atlanta Falcon, by the way, but also 88 zone coverage. Now, for me, I think Justin Simmons is another one of these top end safeties in the game. I think he's for sure deserving of A tier. Yeah, I just think Paul Krause with the built on X Factor and the fact that it starts on is better, and that he is the S tier safety now. So yeah, boys, hope y'all did enjoy the video, man. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments, though. Let me know who you think should be higher, who you think should be lower. Now, if you guys did enjoy this video, though, you enjoy content like this, want to stay up to date with everything that's the best here in Madden 25, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you want to see me use some of these cards live on stream, though, been streaming here on both YouTube and Twitch to watch on the YouTube. Make sure to hit that noti bell as well. You'll be notified every time I upload or go live here. Or if you want to watch on the Twitch, check the links in the description, hit that Twitch with a follow. But if you guys do want another video to watch, check out this one right here.